Today I'm going to talk about how to use AI as an engine for insights. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about reviews, comments, and customer emails. Because if we can find a way to aggregate all those points of data together, we can really gain a lot of knowledge about what people are saying about our business, our brand, our organization, and we can start to address those things in incremental ways. So, it's an untapped gold mine of insights, and today I'm going to show you how to bring them together. So, I'm working with the backstory application I built for insights, and the first thing we can do is just find videos that we want to analyze. So, I'm going to bring this open. I'm going to bring up the video, and let's talk about the war in Iran. And I'm going to be searching YouTube for videos that have the most comments, because what we want to do is pick out something relevant and topical and then try to bring in the most comments and then sample them so that we can get a good sample. So here is a video from, let's say, Fox. 1,800 comments about the resignation of Joe Kent. So the first thing we can do is just load it up. I'm going to load all the comments. It's going to bring in 300 comments sampled by relevance, and it also filters out what it thinks are robots, meaning automated traffic. So it's doing its best to weed through it. We're loading in 300. And then at this point, we're going to run the first analysis, which is to basically provide a report of what all the commenters are saying. What is the mood of the comments? What confidence level do we have that they're saying it? And what insights can we gain? So this report looks at the distribution of the sentiment, overall, positive, negative, mixed, or neutral. It talks about the emotional drivers. Is it strong? Are they frustrated? Do they admire things? And the intensity scale. But as we go down, we can get very, very specific. And we can talk about who the people are who are commenting. How are they segmented? We can talk about what consensus points everyone agrees about, what areas of controversy they might be, hidden gems, red flags. We can provide a thematic analysis of the primary themes and the praise drivers and the pain points. But from a journalistic perspective, we can get very specific. We can say, here are the things that we're going to glean from this video, and then here's that strategic value. But this is the beauty of chained AI. Because I brought the comments together in my flow, step 1, I analyzed all of the comments, step 2. Now I can run another report based on the combination of these two, or based on just two, where I analyze it from a different perspective, from a different framing. So I can say, hey, as an executive stakeholder, this is what I really want to know people are saying about the video that I produced in my newsroom. So this one takes a beat to complete. And now I have a full video insights according to my strategic analysis framework. I can say this is the executive summary of what's going on. Here's what people are saying. Here are the urgency indicators. Here are the key intelligence findings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are the opportunity signals about who's underserved, what emerging threats may be identified, and then we can start to tatter and put together things like a knowledge graph. That would be, what risks do we need to consider? What intelligence can we glean? And all of this is A, the beauty of chained AI, but B, also under my control as an administrator, because the output here is controlled by the prompts here. And so if I am doing insights for videos, I can stipulate the conditions that that prompt runs under using prompt engineering. I'm a senior strategist. I work at a top tier intelligence firm. My analysis is worth millions of dollars, and here's what I'm looking for. And if I want to change this, I can change it. If I want to change the model, I can change it. If I want to change the temperature setting, which is the accuracy of the results, I can massage that setting. Basically, I can have pretty much full control over the output by putting my language and my text demands here in this interface. So when we do all of that, we can produce a report that is exportable. And I will show you what one of those reports looks like right now. Actually, let's just run one and do it together so we can see the flow again. War in Iran, most comments. We ran this one. Let's run a more generic one from the BBC. It's going to bring 300 of 900. Let's do the sentiment analysis. After it runs this analysis flow, and after I generate my AI insights, an export button up in the upper right appears, and I can export this as a PDF or a CSV. So I think I'll do it as a PDF. We can open it up and then look at it. The next logical step in a flow like this probably would be able to run 10, 15 different analysis reports and then aggregate them into a larger insights data set so that you understood, well, on our top 10 performing videos, this is what everyone is saying. But right now, it's very individual based on a single video. We've got the sentiment analysis flow we did before, and now I have this AI Insights master report. All of this I can export. So if I put this in export form, we've got this as a printable. And if we want to export this as a CSV, we can do the same. And that will bring this up as a spreadsheet where we could cut and copy the data or refer to it or bring it into another application because it's structured in a spreadsheet format. All of this is just one example of how journalism and newsrooms can use AI to solve their own problems. This is the application I built for newsroom situations and management, but if you're building your own, you just need to think about it like a flow. What is step one? What is step two? What is step three? Then, using any of these new AI engines that allow code, you should be able to go in and outline a rough jobs to be done list for the application to build its first draft from. And with that, you're off to the races because you can QA your own work and validate that it's producing what you want. But just in terms of research and the ability to stitch things together, if we were to look at the entities that we've been able to research and store in the database just through some of the recent show and tells, the value is in the research and the relationships between the people that we're conducting research about. And this knowledge graph is going to be the reality for any investigative story. But moreover, it's going to be the reality for every news organization that hopes to make their content crawlable, searchable, and findable by people or by robots that might need to find them. So I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day.